Morning. So welcome to Alright, What's Next? Today I think what we're going to try and accomplish, I want to put some boards in here and turn this into a shelf, this into a shelf. It was something I had always intended on doing when I first built this bench. These boards here, actually, they provide no real structural integrity. They're just held on by a couple of little L brackets. They were put in for nothing more than just to put a shelf in, which I never got around to doing because I always have too many other things going on. The bench is more than strong enough without them. Down here I got 2x6 legs. The 2x6s are notched and slid over top, locked together. The 4x4s, they're notched to slide over top of the 2x6s, so they're sitting down good and solid. They're all toe-nailed in with screws. Up on top, inside here, is a interlocking 2x4 frame behind this 1x6. The 2x4s are all notched. They're locked together. They sit down on top of notches on top of the 4x4 legs. They're screwed into there. It's extremely solid. It's a very solid way of freaking putting it together. Everything interlocks to one another, so if you push down on one part, it's fighting with the other one to try and bend. Then on top of the 2x4 frame up inside of here, I have a 3/4 inch thick piece of plywood that's screwed down to the 2x4s that really helps lock it in. Then on top of the 3/4 inch plywood, I have a sheet of 3/4 inch MDF. The MDF has just a couple of small screws coming up from underneath to hold it in place, and a few pin nails along the sides. The reason why you do that is if this top gets too damaged, you just take a couple of screws out, cut the pin nails with a cut-off wheel in your Dremel, and the MDF top lifts out. Throw it away. Go get another sheet of MDF, drop it in there. Got a brand new freaking work surface. But today we're going to make this thing a little bit more usable. I can take stuff that's piling up on top of my benches, put them down on top of here, make our shelves. So the first thing I think I'm going to have to do, then take a couple pieces of scrap wood, and we're going to go ahead and put a center support. Because to get the shelves in there, I'm just going to take a piece of plywood, and we'll cut it to notch around the corners here, and we'll cut it in half to where you can just slide it in, drop it in, slide that one in, drop it in, put some screws in. Because once it's built, it's kind of a bitch to get the plywood in there. Trying to get it up at an angle, you probably don't have enough room to get it. Then I also have another situation. This to there is about 26 inches, and my plywood is 46. The sheet of plywood I have is about 46 inches by 48 inches. I don't want to go buy another sheet, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip it directly in half, so I've got two sheets that are approximately 24 inches. So I'll just center it out, and I'll still have enough of it sitting on here to provide enough support to make a usable shelf, and then I don't have to go buy a $20 sheet of plywood for this. I can just use the scrap leftover I had from a separate project. So let me find my pencil. We'll cut this, and we'll cut another one down here. We'll drill it, put screws in, and we'll start cutting some plywood. Probably your easiest way to measure with something like this, just set the board on there and come up from underneath and scribe the line rather than pissing around with the tape measure. I want to cut it kind of long, that way it wedges in there good. Yeah, that'll work. Let's find center. We're at 30 and a half, so that'd be what, 15 and a quarter. Damn piece of shit pocket tape measures. All right, now it's centered in there. I can get my drill, and I'll just do a quick pilot hole. That way I don't split the board when I run the screw in. do the bottom one. All right, so our overall width is 26 inches. If we bring it back, we can get close to a ½ inch of board overlap. We cut our plywood at exactly 24 inches. We just ripped that sheet in half. Then I don't have to waste anything. So let me cut a piece of plywood for the 2 shelves. So adjusting your blade depth, probably something you should do before friggin' running your skill saw, because I just did something exquisitely fucking stupid. I don't know if you can see that, but I just ran my blade into my freaking workmate. So probably damaged the shit out of that blade, not to mention, cut a groove into my goddamn workmate. So yeah, pay attention to your frickin' saw blade depth. It's generally important. It's a good safety tip right there, probably. I don't know shit. Yeah, there's plenty of overhang there. So what we'll do is we'll mark that right there. Son of a bitch broke my pencil head. Okay, shells are in there. So now we can go ahead and pack these things full of crap. What I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab all my stains and everything up off of my bench. I'll show you where them are at right now. It's a disaster area. I got just all my stains and finishes and crap like that just piled up all over the place, collecting dust. So we're gonna move them down there. Bottle of wood glue. They can go in here. I should probably just throw that one away. It's pretty well freaking empty. Torch. Ain't gonna fucking fit. Okay, I'm sure I can find more shit to pile up on here. I will, because that's what shells do. They just pile up shit. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe, turn on notifications, hit like. See you next time.